competitor of the evening in this tag team match is the ever exciting, ever exhilarating ladies man, Mighty Mighty.
Mighty Mighty and the Black Arrow, collectively known as Mighty Arrow, they have one simple message to all of you fans. They are here to have fun. And have fun, and fun is what he's having right now. Look at him, accompanied by beautiful ladies.
One young man is a high flyer, the other young man is an unmovable object. Welcome to 2014 Breakthrough. Two of them have a tag team, which
Black Arrow made his debut earlier this year and has already risen to become a very popular figure among the crowd. And look at this, his family always there to support him, always there at front row. Black Arrow signing an autograph for his cousin. Very nice.
The Black Arrow always gets to rally the Singaporean fans behind him. He is a high flyer. His tag team partner is an unmovable object, but they better get ready. They've got a really tough opponent on their hands tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this team needs no introduction, but it's because it's our job to introduce them anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all do not know yet, this is the greatest Singapore team.
Weighing in at a combined weight of 365 pounds, Greg Glorious and Dave Vindictus, they are a tough team to beat.
They are probably the biggest commodity we have in our federation right now, unbeaten for over a year.
The Mighty Arrow, very unorthodox. The greatest Singapore tag team, very underhanded. Who is going to win? Finesse in the ring or dirty tactics?
I think I'm just gonna go ahead on record, and it's not very ethical of me to say this, but I think the GST is gonna come out on top, because the GST has always come out on top in every match they've been in.
But look at the fitness, look at the shape that Dave Vindictus and Greg Glorious are in. The two of them are ready for a fight. They've been training, they've been waiting for this. They weren't booked the last event, but they're here to prove their worth.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, Dave Vindictus. Experience over youth. Going straight to the attack on the Black Arrow. Like you said, underhanded, but it works. You see, the GST has not been pinned, not been made to submit. These two young men, safe to say, possibly the best wrestlers we have today in the roster.
Head to head, the Black Arrow and Dave Vindictus are around the same age, but Dave Vindictus packing on about 25-50% more muscle than the Black Arrow. Black Arrow naturally keep up. He's a natural high flyer with high drop kicks, taking down his opponent, chopping him down to a pin. Dave Vindictus, more of a roughhouse, more of a redneck style kind of wrestler, grounding his opponents and using technicality to boot.
Early on in the match, you see a double T move from Mighty Arrow, and oh my goodness, the immense 300-pound frame right onto the back of Dave Vindictus.
I wonder what it's like to take a huge elbow from such a massive guy. Right,
calling for a punch. Massive punch right to the gut. Dave Vindictus trying to outrun his larger opponent and successful at taking him down. When you ask that question, you got to ask Greg Glorious, what was it like to have Mighty Mighty slammed right into his body by the Eurasian Dragon?
Greg Glorious, definitely don't forget that. Greg Glorious is a very unmerciful, uncompassionate competitor. Probably one of the most devious members of our SPW locker room.
And right there, GST, attacking the groin area of Mighty Mighty. They understand that Mighty Mighty has a lot of female friends and they're trying to take away his recreation time with that. And Greg Glorious stomping away on Mighty Mighty right now, mocking the fans in attendance, and missing the elbow drop, and missing the splash. Mighty Mighty, both men. Greg Glorious, knees to the gut, massive gut of Mighty Mighty.
If you talk about the number of fans that Mighty Mighty and the Black Arrow have, you have to talk about the number of haters that the GST have. For the few months and years that the GST have been in SPW, they've garnered a lot of hate from the SPW following.
Big double clothesline from the Mighty Arrow. Big double suplex from Mighty Arrow. these people are showing you what it's like to be a team, you know. And now Black Arrow wrestling him into the headlock, holding tight, and taking him down in mid-air. My gosh, what a fantastic maneuver by Babuji Black Arrow.
Babuji Black Arrow, a very charismatic young man, very lightweight, very high-flying. Do you think he has the finesse? Do you think he is adept enough a competitor to defeat the greatest team of all?
Well, it's hard to say right now, because take a look at that, Greg Glorious. One of the best technical wrestlers in SPW, the elder statesman himself, taking down Babuji Black Arrow. And, oh, got a tag to Mighty Mighty. The powerhouse is in. Oh my gosh, the powerhouse is landing on his face. Look at the GST, you know, he's raking the eyes of Mighty Mighty. You can't take down the bigger man, you take out his eyeballs.
Oh, that is sick. Imagine the kind of permanent damage that raking someone's eye against the rope.
It just allowed him to replay shows and allow him to take down Mighty Mighty. Running with a fraction of his size, running using leverage to bring Mighty Mighty to the ground.
Correct, a running STO from Greg Glorious with that kind of momentum, but that kind of momentum has just been stopped by the huge Mighty Mighty.
And he's
dancing around the ring.
Oh no, Greg Glorious countered it into a...
It's a standing guillotine choke, that's what it is.
Goodness, Greg Glorious, is there anyone in the bag that can out-wrestle Greg Glorious?
Greg Glorious, a very rich submission wrestling background. He's grappled, he's submitted lots of opponents in shoot wrestling circuits. Here he goes on a man much larger than him,
and there's
but
one more
much less
try,
experienced.
one more, and no, Mighty Mighty not out yet. Escaping it, the corners. Ramming his 300-pound frame right into the body of Greg Glorious. And no, only eating an elbow to show. And an elbow again from Greg Glorious, taking down Mighty Mighty. You see, the strategy of GST is that they're using the speed and they're using physics against a much larger opponent. Now the fans, they're having a go, insulting the gear of the GST.
It's not a GST match if you don't see a double foot choke from both Dave Vindictus and Greg Glorious. These are not the most pleasant tactics, but this is not the most pleasant tag team in SPW, wouldn't you say?
Exactly, look at that. Just taking down Mighty Mighty as if he was a rag doll and landing kicks in tandem on him. And now he's diverting the insults to Mighty Mighty when the fans were actually trying to insult the GST. Look at this, he's known for his Austin Aries elbows.
A fine young man going for the pin, he's gonna get it soon. Mighty Mighty still persevering, but how long more can he endure the cruelty of the GST?
Now the fans getting behind Mighty Mighty. Mighty Mighty, very popular.
Mighty Mighty has a lot of flesh protecting his internal organs, protecting his skeleton, but how long can a man persevere against the technicality of Dave Vindictus?
See, Dave Vindictus and Greg Glorious are just wearing down the much larger opponent.
Mighty Mighty has a lot of fans. The young children and the women love him. They must be quite sad to see their favorite hero get kicked in the face.
And a series of kicks, and Ziguri drop kick to the gut. And Mighty Mighty is finally down on the floor again. Dave Vindictus doing a great job leveling the much larger opponent. Now he's going with stomping. He's... Oh my goodness, he's strangling.
Oh, referee! Take him! Just pull him off the corner, referee! How can you let him do that? His full body weight
and just now... like pushes referee Sodic out of the way. And referee Sodic gets back into the face of Dave Vindictus.
Come on! This is beautiful fighting spirit from the Mighty Mighty.
Pushed off, only to eat a kick and a kick. And another Enziguri. Dave Vindictus, beautiful maneuvers, one after the other. And very intelligently, but underhandedly taking out Babuji Black Arrow.
Dave Vindictus, still fresh. He's delivered kicks to the spine of Mighty Mighty, foot to the throat with his full body weight, boots to Mighty Mighty's face. Mighty Mighty, he needs to make a tag.
But will he get to make a tag? Look at how well these two men are controlling the match. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, the 7%!
Oh, huge bump by Mighty Mighty. The ring shook.
My goodness, the GST keep getting better and better and better. This will do it. And Babuji Black Arrow, the big save. He knew that Mighty Mighty was done for with that maneuver.
But I must agree with referee Sodik. Raj coming into the Mighty Arrow coming into play. That okay. Continue.
Oh, eye rakes by Greg Glorious and a big schoolboy. Only got 2.
Referee Ayukayu, didn't you see that eye rake from Greg Glorious?
And the strongest slam possible by Mighty Mighty. The best way to get out of this.
As I said, Mighty Mighty needs to make a tag to Black Arrow. Black Arrow needs to come in and level the playing field. Greg Glorious is now down and out. David Dictus is still kind of fresh. 2 of them, if this is gonna explode if they get the tag.
And no, look at Greg Glorious.
No, Greg Glorious making sure that's not gonna happen.
Smartly, like maneuvering his way around Mighty Mighty. This allowing the Babuji of SPW to come back in. Babuji means teacher, by the way. Means like sir. And a kick by Greg Glorious, leading into it. Oh my gosh, large spine buster by Mighty Mighty, taking himself out of that equation as well. That is a last gasp, desperation maneuver by the Mighty One.
And the referee starts the double count. Can 2 men make it back to their feet? That was one huge single-handed choke slam from Mighty Mighty. Greg Glorious, can he find his way to the corner? Can he find his way to the right corner?
Take a look at this. Finally, the long-awaited moment is here. And yes, the Black Arrow vaults himself over straight into Dave Invictus, straight into Greg Glorious, taking out any of his opponent, like everything. I'm at a loss for words because he's moving so well, so fast. He is saving his team right now. Fans getting behind the Arrow. And a spinning runner to the head of Dave Invictus. Wonderful, breathtaking, my goodness. So much elevation, he elevated himself over the top rope. So much.
Right now, Mighty Mighty and the Black Arrow, they've got a plan. We've seen this before, ladies and gentlemen. This is known as the Mighty Mighty Cannonball! Holy. 2 words for you. Painful, disgusting.
My goodness. That destroys any kind of competitor, no matter how big, small, or how experienced you are.
If you ever threw your rear end into my face like that, I would burn down your house, man.
Exactly, but look at this. Oh my gosh, Mighty Mighty. He's using his momentum against him. And Babuji Black Arrow striking away at Dave Invictus. Both men in a series of strikes trying to get the upper hand. Slap right to the face. Black Arrow finally. And suicide dive! Oh my goodness, by Dave Invictus. What quick thinking. Instead of rebounding off the ropes, decides to dive, take himself out of the equation. And look at this, Black Arrow to the heavens. Oh my gosh! The roof just came off the place. Did you see the elephant? What the hell did he just do? Is he still alive? Can we get Mr. Froyce to check on him? Take a look at this. Oh my gosh. Holy indeed.
The SPW ringside now just strewn with bodies. 2 of them struggling to get up. The Black Arrow and Dave Invictus.
Dave Invictus. He's in no man's land. Oh my gosh, what's this? Wheelbarrow? No! Escaping the wheelbarrow is Dave Invictus. Calling for his patented super kick. Taking out so many opponents. His super kick and his spear. Missing it. But whoa! He still has the time and ability to pull off such strength.
The Black Arrow showing off, then reversing. What a man, what a performer.
What a player! Oh no!
Played his chin right into that big boot. Do you think it's dislocated now?
I think he does not have a face right now. That super kick. The match is over. No!
Now thrown his water face.
And look at this, Mighty Mighty. Now, the beating down on the ethnic pair again. Look at this, the GST. I think they're going for it. My gosh, Enziguri followed by
Going for the
T-Bone. Greg Glorious, small man but very, very strong. Take a look at the musculature on him. He's lifting the 300-pounder off his feet.
That's true. Greg Glorious, a lady killer of his own.
I don't think the real lady killer would like to hear you say that, but let's...
Well, but you can't deny it. You can't deny it.
Looks like Mighty Arrow is destroyed right now. Oh my gosh! He is definitely destroyed. Black Arrow, I know he's got a new girlfriend, but that is it. You know, there is no children for the Black Arrow after
The downstairs parts.
Oh my gosh,
heavy
neck
beating,
breaker.
and now the lower back taking the brunt of that double team move.
I think the Mighty Arrow is done for. I do not know how Babu
No!
Black Arrow
Oh!
did that.
Babuji just kicked out! Oh my god, that is the power of the Mighty Arrow. Never give up. Remember that these guys, they were kids when John Cena first came into the scene, that this is where they draw their inspiration to always fight for good and to always dig deep and find their energy from the fans who love and appreciate their work.
And now a double team maneuver. The GST looking for their final charge, but no. A wheelbarrow into a neck breaker kind of combination. Super kick to the face of Greg Glorious.
Oh,
he just super kicked his partner by accident.
Oh no, Dave Vindictus, what have you done? You know how painful that big boot, how deadly that big boot
But I
Dave
think the Black
Vindictus
Arrow
is.
is already done for. It's just a minor mistake. Look at this. Dave Vindictus going for his patented brain buster. And no, counted. We roll up two. And oh my gosh! Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness!
You know what we just witnessed?
Did that just happen? Oh my gosh.
And your winners are the Mighty Arrow. The GST have been defeated.
Did I just see that? Did it just happen?
They've broken the streak.
Oh my gosh. GST's undefeated streak. Almost 2 years old.
Goodness, this
Come to a crashing halt.
these two young athletes have brought the train of the GST to an alarming stop. Even the GST can't believe it.